All right, welcome back. This is the Windblown Mic. This is episode number 4, and we're recording once again up at Amplified Studios, which is owned by Bob Berman, and Bob is very nice to let us use his studio to record our podcast. And if you need, once again, I am no studio guy, so I don't really know how to do an ad for Bob, but if you want to record things, come up here. I have no idea what it costs or what they do, but they do a great job on the podcast, and that's all I need to know. It's very comfortable, too. So today's episode is basically we're going to talk a little bit about sponsorship. I've got Greg Nickols with me. He's sitting in the chair next to me, and Greg is our chair of sponsorship. And if you're not aware of really what that means, is if you own a business or even if you don't own a business and you would like to get your name out there amongst our 3,200 plus members, sponsorship is a great way to do that because basically you give us money and we get your name out on something that you might want to get your name out on. And Greg will talk more about that when we get there. So we have a couple questions we always go over first before we get into it. And first off, thank you for showing up.
I know
this was a quick. Greg is like my go-to guy. Because I asked him, would you be available Wednesday to do this? He's like, yes, which is, you don't know how much I appreciate that.
I hope that doesn't say something about my life, but anyway, yeah.
Well, it's like mine. Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, I can make that work. So first off, how long have you been in the club?
I've been in the club this go around, and this is my second rodeo. I've been in the club now for about 2.5 years.
And before that, you were?
Before that, I lived up in Northern California.
Okay.
And this was back in the 70s and 80s, 90s. And I belonged to the Redwood Region Club back then.
Redwood Region.
I think that's what they call it.
Interesting.
Or was it Golden Gate? No, it was Redwood.
So there is a Golden Gate. They're out of San Francisco, but they go.
Yeah,
they have a big area. Yeah. Cool. And so you can't. So you've been part of our club for 2 years.
2.5, I think.
2.5. And I remember when I think it's been about the time I came on the board. You asked, which you may have regretted at that time, but you asked, how can I help? And of course, my ears perked right up. And I'm like, oh my God, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. And eventually that morphed into, would you take over, when I took over the presidency, and then when our Roberta, who did the sponsorship chair, had to move on, it kind of was like, well, would you mind taking on sponsorship? And you were like, yes. And it is not an easy job.
No, it's a sales job.
It is.
It's a dialing for dollars almost sales job.
Yeah. And I would say, and I've talked about this in the other podcast, one of the things that I was looking to increase upon was sponsorship. And not that Roberto didn't work it, and he worked it well, but it's one of those things that if you don't, you can't rest on your laurels. Just year to year, month to month, you have to, like you say, you're dialing for dollars. You have to continuously be working the room to see who's got some deep pockets or not and see what you can get out of them.
Yeah. But I don't want to present it as, us trying to find people that have money. We're giving them an opportunity to get their company's name out to, like you said, 3,200 plus members.
So why don't you talk to that? How does that work?
Well, so we have different categories of sponsorship or different
levels,
different events. So we are a very, very active club. And a very, very large one. I think we're the second largest in the nation.
Third largest in the nation.
Okay.
First, Zone 8. We are the largest in the zone where we're at, Southern California, Southern Nevada, and Arizona. But we are the third largest club in the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are a very active club. We have events that range from just social events like meeting at a restaurant for dinner. We have club parties. We have new member parties. We have awards parties. We have back road driving tours. We do charity events for different companies here or different organizations here in San Diego. We have performance driving events like autocross or time trials. So of the 3,200 plus members that we have, there's just something there for everybody. So as a sponsor, what you're getting for a relatively meager or small amount of an investment, you're getting your company's name and logo splashed all over all of our advertising, so to speak, for these events.
Sure.
And when I say advertising, we have a weekly newsletter where we list upcoming events. We have also follow-up newsletters and follow-up social media blasts that talk about the event. So the event is being seen by, and the sponsor's logo and name is being seen by all of our members.
Yeah, and there can be standalone, just to talk to that a little bit. When our Monday, and you people watching this, you know this, but there may be some people that don't. We have a Monday email that comes out that talks about all the social events. So if you're sponsoring one of those events and you click on the link, when in Motorsport Reg, where we do our advertising, your logo and your information will come up. So when people are doing whatever, XYZ Corporation comes up that you have sponsored this event. And then the big thing with that is when you do an event, you come to the event, you talk about your company.
Right.
I mean, you get, like at a backcountry tour, there could be 60 cars there you could have over 100 people, and they are there to listen to you, talk about you and your company. So that's a big selling point for these sponsorships.
Right. And it's a dedicated audience. I mean, your sponsorship is getting out to Porsche enthusiasts, and enthusiasts that have a varying range of interest. It could be some of our members are strictly in it for the autocross and the racing. Some are strictly into it for the social aspects, but they all need a service, whether you're doing car stereos or repairs or detailing,
tinting,
or if you're insurance or tinting. I mean, we've had sponsors that are in the business of garage doors. Of course, not everybody, but most people have a garage.
Dog walking.
Yeah. So, dog walking. Yeah. So it's a great opportunity to get your name in front of a very specific audience, and that is an audience of Porsche enthusiasts.
And I would say a group of people that have some money.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're Porsche owners. Yeah. So I'm not going to say all Porsche owners are all wealthy, but you know what? There's some dollars there to be spent. So what better way to get in front of the people that you want to be with and sell your services to people that are part of the club? And it helps everybody. It helps the club, helps you. It's a great program that I just don't ever think it gets enough shout out, because people, they see the logos, they see the stuff, and they don't look at, and there isn't a team. There's no sponsorship team. It's Greg. That's it. I have a team when I do backcountry tours. I've got 15 tour leaders, so it's kind of a team. It's you and your spreadsheet.
Yeah. And the other, what we get out of it, your sponsorship allows us to put together these very special events. I mean, we do some parties, we do some things that require an investment on the club's part, and we are a nonprofit organization. We're not making money off of this advertising. It all goes to making the club better for our members. Yeah,
and that's a big part of it there. Yeah, we're not here. Yeah, we're not selling ads. We're not selling sponsorships to get our bank accounts up. It's the big thing is help offset the cost of doing the things that we do. Nothing we do is basic half-ass. We do very nice events, and of course the club will chip in where needed. The membership will help chip in. Sponsorship just helps offset cost of what we do when it comes to doing these great events. And of course that brings us up to, some of our sponsors, and we can mention sponsors here. It doesn't matter. We have 2 Porsche dealerships in the area, and we kind of divide it up where we do things in the northern part of the county, because San Diego County is so big, that we use Hohen for sponsorship for that, and things more down by Miramar and below, Holman, San Diego Porsche. And Doug is the GM of Holman, and Glenn is the GM of Hohen. So Greg works with both them and their reps to do events in their areas, so that we're working with both dealerships to get maximum exposure from the dealerships to the areas where we're doing things. Mm-hmm. So there's that. But you can be a business in a South County and have an event wherever, up north. Nobody cares. Mm-hmm. And the dealerships are the only ones where that becomes, we have separate lines for them. But other than that, you can sponsor anything that you'd want. And I would recommend, if you've never sponsored anything, and if you don't have a clue what to sponsor, of course, get a hold of Greg. Greg's easy to get a hold of. You can go on the website. It's sponsorship. His email's there. Is sponsorshipchair@pca.org?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
now, yeah.
I mean, that, or you can hit up president@pca.sdr.org, and it'll come to me, and I'll send it to Greg. But easy to get a hold of. And go on the website and look at the calendar and look at the events. I mean, everything is pretty much there till the end of the year. And there's events that are coming up that we haven't put, like we're going to go to Vegas in November. That's not even been discussed yet. We'll be looking for sponsorship for that, because that's a great trip. And really, every place we stop, we would be talking about you and your business, because you would help sponsor it. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do that. Not only that, but that is one of the things that I'm trying to do with other clubs. So you would get crossover between our club and other clubs, mm-hmm. because we're going up to Vegas. So you're crossing through Riverside, you're going up to Vegas. All these regions are in Vineyard region. So there's a lot of different crossover that you can get with your business to other clubs. Mm-hmm. And if you are up, say you're up in the northern part of the county, say you're close to Temecula, there's an opportunity for you to do sponsorship, not just with us, but with Temecula, mm-hmm. because they have their own sponsorship program up there. Maybe it's more conducive for you to be up there. I don't know. But we want to get growth in sponsorship, and we want to have the membership help us with that. Because I think I was chair sponsor years ago, but I think we kind of get into a rut of same group of sponsors and not go out and grow, because everybody thinks that, oh, well, I don't work on cars. Mm-hmm. I don't sell tires. Like Greg said, whatever you do, a Porsche person probably does or buys.
Yeah. We've had sponsors that are real estate agents. We've had sponsors that are insurance companies. We've had sponsors that do IT services. And how much business they get on some of these non-car related things is a little bit up to debate, but they want to help the club. They're members of the club, and they just wanted to help. And they do get exposure. So it's a win for everybody.
Yeah, I think so.
And like I said earlier, the cost of sponsorship, it could be anywhere from, for an event, some events are like $100, some are $200, I think $400, and then you get into...
You have different levels.
Different levels, yeah. So it's not particularly expensive. And something else that you can do in terms of advertising with our club is advertise in the Windblown Witness, which is a quarterly magazine. Now, I'm not directly involved with that, but it is currently it's a full-color hard copy magazine. And it is full of lots of advertising. If you are a club member, you're getting that magazine. You could take a look at it and see what I mean. But it's a really great way, and again, a very economical way to advertise your business to the club.
Yeah, and that magazine's going out to all the members. And it is very economical. I think a half-page ad, and shoot me if I'm wrong, but I think a half-page ad a quarter now is $250.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at print ads are not cheap to begin with. But right now, that's what the price is, and it goes down. I mean, half-page ad is the most that you can get. You can do half-page ad, quarter-page ad. You can do business card ad, I think, are the three or four different.
Yeah, I think there's actually a full cover ad too, but I've never seen anybody do that.
Oh, on the. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. It may not be a good way if you wanted to pay for the cover. Definitely so I think Black Forest always pays for the back cover. They're usually in the back of the magazine. But if you look through the magazine, you'll see the people that support the club, and if you want to do that, that's also easy to do. You just send whatever you want. I would contact Greg and contact Windblown Witness is kind of a little bit different because it doesn't fall under sponsorship. But if you let Greg know that you want to advertise, we could definitely find where to go for you to get it hooked up.
The right people on that.
And artwork is on you, not on us. We're not artists. Well, I mean, I could probably draw you a stick figure, and it probably wouldn't be very nice. But you do your artwork, and then that gets submitted through the editor. And once she approves it, then it goes into the magazine, and Bob's your uncle. Away you go. But it's a great way to advertise. And so when we do advertising and sponsorship with the club, like I stated before, you are called out at the event where you advertise. Like for people we have a banner that we put up when we autocross and we race. And on that banner, what is there, 10, you think?
I think there's 8 or 9 this year.
Logos?
Yeah.
So you pay, it's $250, is it $250 a pop? Or is it more?
No, it's, yes, $250.
$250. So if you want to advertise on our banner, now once again, the banner only comes out at the beginning of the year because we take it with us all year. But the banner goes out to every event we do. So at Autocross, the banner goes on our trailer. At DETT, which are track events, of course, the banner goes out there. And basically it's thanking the people that have put money in to go on that banner to help out with those programs. And it is up all day, and in the case of track racing, it's up all weekend. And then when we do events other than that, it goes out to other events too. I mean, it's advertising for you. Wherever we can display it, we'll display it.
Well, and again, on our newsletter, like if the newsletter that came out recently about upcoming driving events, and when it gets down to autocross and time trials, again, all of the sponsors have their names on the competitive driving events banner is also in the newsletter.
Oh, then I need to talk to Eric about that.
Yeah,
to figure that one out. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to help you help the club and help yourself, and that's what we're looking for when it comes to sponsorship. So what was that? Oh, I lost my train of thought there for a second. So, Mark, how are we doing on time? Where are we at?
We are 15 minutes.
Oh, 15 minutes. We have a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
So this may be a little shorter podcast, which is fine. Is there anything else sponsorship-wise that we should cover or we can go over? I mean, it is pretty black and white.
Yeah. No, I think we got the main message is that it helps the club. And more importantly, I think is it helps the sponsor get their name out in front of a very large audience of Porsche enthusiasts.
Yeah, and we've got some events coming up that we're looking for sponsors. We've got I'm going to say it wrong, but I think it's Puppies and Porsches. Or
Porsches and Pups. Porsches and Pups.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're into... I mean, this is kind of one of the, I won't say oddball, but different events that we do. We're doing a... Gosh, I wish I had it in front of me. The name of the bar, do you remember the name of it?
So this is a charity drive.
Yeah.
It's a dog adoption organization that's over in Kearney Mesa. We did this with them
2 years ago.
And it was a big event. A lot of people showed up, not just Porsche people, but just a lot of people. So it was an opportunity. They had live music. There were a couple different organizations there that had a table set up with information about their organization.
Pictures. They had pictures of your car.
Yeah, and you can adopt a dog.
Yes.
And they had food. So it's a pretty well received and attended event. So there's that. And like I had mentioned earlier, we have some junior racing and junior skill driving events coming up.
Yeah, so if you're watching this, episode 3 that we just did, of course, was with Joanne and the juniors program. We don't have currently anybody sponsoring juniors items other than we're in talks with Rob Walker Racing, who's helping out Joanne. But there is a lot more room for a lot of people to help the juniors program with the club. And it doesn't take a lot of, we're not asking for a lot of money. Just anything that you could work through Greg to help us offset the cost of what the parents have to pay for instance, a sim racing. And I think Joanne told me sim racing is, once again, don't quote me on prices, people, and don't shoot me. I'm just passing information that I can kind of remember. It's like $300 to $400. I think for sim racing, but it is a 4-day thing. It's not just you show up for an hour and, it is a complete program of racing that they do. But anything that we could do to help offset the parents to get the kids to do it would be greatly appreciated. And I don't know if I was a kid, I think that'd be a great thing to do. But, things like that. It's help the club, help the juniors to help grow the club in the future. I don't have a junior anymore. I have a 27-year-old. So I'm not in that world anymore. But, there's a lot of people in the club that have, as Joanne said, there is no, on the lower end, it's like baby to, I think, 18. So that's a big range of young adults and kids. So if you've got one and you want to get them involved, and if you have a company, that'd really be great, help us out with this. So anyhow, okay, well, I'm going to go into the quick hits, baby, and ask a few things, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
I know you got stuff to do, and we'll get on with it. So, favorite Porsche?
My favorite Porsche is the one that I own.
You know what? I love that answer. See, I'm all for it.
Yeah. I have a 2009 Boxster S that's in a paint to sample color of aqua blue metallic.
It's a beautiful car.
If I had the money, I would probably stick with a mid-engine like the Boxster, and I would go for a Spider. But right now, I'd like the car that I have.
Yeah, it's a nice car. Is it a stick?
No, it's PDK.
PDK?
Which I think is, interesting story. I bought that car. I was looking all over the U.S. for a Boxster that was not white, not black, not silver. No offense to people that have that, but I wanted something different.
I hear you.
And I found this car out in Nevada. And so I negotiated the sale over the phone, flew out there, took a cab to the dealership, picked it up, drove it home. I had really wanted a stick, but the years that I was looking for in a Boxster, which is like 2009 to 2013, the majority of them were PDKs. But I am so glad I got that because I spent 3 hours driving home through bumper-to-bumper traffic, and I think I would have just shot myself. It was just terrible. And I love the PDK. I have the paddle shifters on the wheel. I can shift it just as fast and faster, in fact, than anybody that has a manual transmission. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I love my stick, but I wouldn't want to drive it and commute in it. That's for damn sure. What's your favorite driving roads in San Diego? Where do you like to drive?
We are so fortunate to have so many great roads out in East County, out in the mountains. Wynonna Road is a nice one, but I think a really nice one. And it's off the 79. It's Mesa Grande Road.
Mesa Grande, yeah.
That is a great road, and it's kind of off the beaten track a bit, so you can really.
We're probably going to do that for the next tour. We're putting the tour route together. So we're starting in North County, but we're going to end up at Dudley. So we're definitely going to hit Mesa Grande.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Favorite club event? Doesn't have to be one either. It can be several. You can say backcountry tours. It's okay.
I Backcountry Tours. Funny you should bring that up.
Funny, really? I know that chair. He's a great guy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not into the autocross and in the racing. And the social events are all good. I'll go to ones like the last Tuesday supper events.
This one's at DC Aikens. That's not far from your house.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be out of town. But those are good. But no, I look forward to the backcountry tours because, again, it gets me and my car out in some of the best driving areas of San Diego.
Yeah. Okay, and just to kind of wrap things up. So, again, if I'm a business and I want to sponsor, what do I do?
You would contact me either by sponsor chair at
PCASDR.org.
PCASDR.org. Or you could reach me on my personal email address, which is my name at yahoo.com, which is GREGNICKOLS at yahoo.com.
Yahoo!
Or call me. My cell phone number is 330-604-6618.
You've got all his information. There's no excuse for you not to call him up and talk about sponsorship. Okay, so that's going to wrap up episode number 4. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for pitch hitting for me. I really appreciate it. Remember, this is the Porsche Club of America, San Diego region, Windblown Mike. You can find us on YouTube. Yes, we have a YouTube channel. Hopefully you're watching us on it. Subscribe to it if you are. And you can definitely find it on, what's the other one? The audio one I just went brain dead on. Not podcast, but help me out, Mr. Engineer. Where did I say we could find us? Spotify. Definitely we're on Spotify, and hopefully by the time this one comes out, you'll find us on the Apple Podcast if I can ever figure out how to do it. So with that, that's episode 4. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.